EA Sports. It's in the game. 2 of the National Football League. And here's Juwan Bentley. He's come.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled. Well, the numbers for Mostert a week ago: 20 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We can look at this Patriots defense against the pass. Just numbers that they have at like number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A run for the first time with Myles Gaskin. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Dolphins are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Well, the Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And some room to work. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. You talk about this Miami defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out, because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing, Jones. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held over 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. This complete to a man they went against in practice for years, Devontae Parker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this 1st half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Patriots with the football here late in this 1st half. There's certainly a need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to throw again. this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told him exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now Hill to return it. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half. Now
Tua on the bootleg here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. In motion right, that's Wilson. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Tua sets up to pass it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Fala, Filipão. Tudo certo aí, meu velho? Tô tentando levar os Dolphins à glória. Na verdade, a temporada regular começou agora aqui no jogo. Eu tô jogando a segunda partida. Por enquanto estamos jogando legal.
After the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. I kind of feel like they've reached
conseguiu ir pro playoff da liga do Tecmo Super Bowl. Nossa, cara. Em meio aos gringos você conseguiu isso, cara. Deve ser bem difícil, né? Ah, tem 3 divisões? Que interessante. O holding go. Ah, tá, offense, beleza.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down.
Já no RBI terrível. Uma vitória toda. Cara, eu não sei se eu iria melhor, mas eu queria tentar qualquer hora aí. Hoje eu ia fazer uma corrida na liga de NASCAR 2003, mas os caras adiantaram a corrida para 7 horas, eu entrei em 8 e perdi a corrida. Depois você me passa o contato, porque aquela vez o que você me passou eu não consegui entrar, cara. Não sei o que rolou lá. Eu lembro que eu não consegui entrar, cara.
It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Nossa, sacado mais uma vez pelo Phillips.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running.
Bom, eles vão pro passe, né? Então eu coloquei uma jogada de zona lá, de cobertura, de passe. Vamos ver. Aí, turnover. Bom, aqui eu vou... Jogada de corrida para passar esse relógio.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Down to about the 32.
Dá uma bela enrolada aqui para passar esse relógio.
probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down. Pior é que dá agonia, depois dá uma passada no meu canal pra ver como foram os jogos. Tá, vou dar uma olhada assim. Eu imagino, cara, porque esses gringos jogam, né, velho? O Tecno Super Bowl é um dos principais jogos dessa galera. Nossa, quase. Teve comercial do College Football? Caramba, velho, não vi isso. Você faz tempo que tá querendo esse jogo, né, velho? Aí vale a pena comprar no lançamento. Quando você quer muito, sim. Aí eu entendo.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end
Ah, foi só confirmação, entendi. Não teve nada de... Mas eu tava vendo um cara falar uma vez que é um desafio fazer esse jogo, né, cara? Porque envolve toda a questão de colocar o nome dos jogadores, dos colegiais, isso é muito difícil. A infraestrutura por trás, né, pra você construir um jogo desse.
And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
From a yard or two deep,
Ainda bem que superaram.
and he's able to get this across the 20, but not by
Isso é bem legal.
much. He's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes the New England offense.
Cara, eu tava vendo, tem jogo de colegial.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on
Muitos
this
que eu não
game.
conhecia ainda, cara. Tipo, Mega Drive. Tem um de basquete bem legal que eu tava vendo lá. Na verdade, aqui deixou passar muito jogo, né? Não chegou pra gente e tal.
Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a New England first
De
down.
basquete NCAA seria interessantíssimo, né?
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Pensou, cara, se tivesse um jogo de futebol da Major League Soccer, acho que seria interessante, né? Mas é muito utopia achar que isso vai rolar, né?
Actually, it was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Ou podia ser um colegial do soccer. Que tem, né?
Sounds like he'd went to ballet school, got the toes down, and stayed in bounds.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's
Bom, aqui
incomplete.
vamos
They cannot
correr
convert, and they turn it over.
para entrar no 2 minutes warning.
On 4th down. And the
Denied?
Dolphins get the
Yeah.
football in great
Ah,
field
tá,
position.
denied.
Well, they've
Negado,
clearly made
né,
a
o
conscious
passe.
decision here to be more aggressive in the
O
late stages of this
defensor
game here in the
conseguiu
second half.
And I get it. In this situation,
evitar o
if you
passe.
want to be aggressive out near midfield, you
2
feel
minutes
good about your
warning.
defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call.
Aqui dá uma
But how about the guys
enroladinha.
that just stopped
Essa aqui já
them?
tá
How
no
good
bolso,
do they
essa
feel
vitória
right
aqui.
now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 55 yards on the
Empate do Win Eleven 2002 de college
He's done that
soccer.
on 15 carries. Hate to be blunt,
Nossa,
but it
cara,
is
mas
just
deve dar um trabalho
continuing to prove
monstro.
to be the case that this O-line is manhandling
Nem
this
deve ter as
D-line right now.
estatísticas. Será
They
que tem, cara?
deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's able to work his way down
Já
inside the
pensou?
red
Você tem as
zone,
manhas de fazer, cara?
19-yard
Deve ser mais
line.
difícil, né?
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip
Seria
through
no
their
mínimo
fingers, as
interessante.
do the runners.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule.
Ó, aqui eu vou deixar o texto passar, acabar o jogo logo.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other
Ó,
3
aqui
here
12
on third
segundos, não
down?
vou nem
Just not
chutar,
a whole
deixa
lot of room to operate there on
acabar o
that
jogo
carry.
pra
No,
gente
not at all. They did a really nice job
já ir
staying
pra
in their
próximo.
proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense
Tua
led the way,
Gavailoa.
but the offense did their part as well. They
Pagou
moved the ball
Vailoa.
up and down the
Tua pagou
field.
Vailoa.
So
Esse
you
nome
gotta
nunca
like what you
acerta.
saw. What do they call that?
Só
A total team
40%
effort.
de
I think when it's time to hand out game balls,
passes
guys from
completos.
both sides will end up getting one.
Grades, né? Essa parte aqui de draft eu não tô mexendo em nada, cara. Minha posição mais fraca é de running back, não é isso? RB seria running back. Bom, ainda não está na fase de draft, né? Enquanto não está na fase de draft, Isso aqui eu não sei para que serve essa parte. Eu quero... Ali tá falando que upgrade available. Onde será que eu mexo? Essa parte. Manage roster, será? Improve team, talvez.
You have grades for each position. Browse available players to improve your team.
Bom, não vou mexer nisso agora não. Eu quero só fazer o upgrade ali, eu só não sei como fazer isso. Scout do college. Practice. Será que é no Practice que eu faço o upgrade? Não. Manage Staff, com certeza não é. Pô, cara, que coisa chata, eu não sei onde é mesmo. Groove. Trade Center, NFL Rosters.
This is the development trait. This is the ability. This player has a zone ability. This is a power.
Acho que quem vai saber me dizer isso é o Rosolino. Apesar que aquilo ali, o upgrade available deve ser pro modo carreira. E o 8 picks, Woodland, 8 teams. Já tem umas paradas rolando aqui já, amigo.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season.
Start negotiations.
Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.
Okay, make offer. You don't have the salary cap room. E agora? Ixi, essa parte aqui eu não vou saber fazer, velho. Essa parte de mexer com a grana aqui eu não sei fazer. Ferrou. Cap Room menos 6,5 milhões. Ixi, cara. Sei lá, será que dá pra fazer automático isso aqui? Seria melhor. Vou até ver nas opções se tem como deixar isso no automático. Então, é isso que eu quero fazer, ó, Felipe. Team settings. Alto. Acho que é isso. É porque essa parte aí eu já não... Sinceramente, eu não tenho nem paciência para estudar isso. Tanto que eu coloco para jogar o jogo inteiro, porque eu curto jogar, né? Jogar mesmo no campo, vamos dizer. É interessante você ter todo o comando do time, mas no caso aqui é para quem tem dor de cabeça, tem bastante tempo, paciência. Eu aqui me importo mais com futebol mesmo, jogar o futebol. Mais legal. A moda antiga, né? Madden, Montana, lá que a gente jogava na época. Era ligar e fazer o franchise, né? A season. Boa. Jogar o Denver Broncos agora aí, né? Esse Monster tá correndo bem. Ele tem sido um bom jogador aqui no meu plantel. Olha que puta passe, cara. Touchdown! Jalen Raider. Uma big play, acabou sendo uma big play.
Whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation
Russell
to try
Wilson.
and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run.
Mas não é mais o mesmo Russell Wilson. Espero que aqui nessa partida também não seja o mesmo. Se pegasse ele inspirado ia ser bem difícil, né? Esse Wilson já... Eu acho que o tempo dele já foi, né?
Third and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this returnable for Hill. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. But just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their
usando bastante aqui as jogadas com
to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted out.
Tem conseguido uns first downs aí. Monster. Tá bacana.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree,
nossa, essa aí foi quase interception. Eu achando que tava na mão do Tyreek Hill. Cadê o menino?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a touchdown on their opening drive.
Tá à toa. Esse Tua é baita jogador.
Special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ele vai pra corrida, né?
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought
Mas a linha ofensiva tá abrindo uns espaços bons aqui.
Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nada feito, senhor Russell Wilson.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
Now hang on here. Not what you want to see, because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard
A
Rock
pressão, a
Stadium.
pressão, a pressão.
Now Wilson,
É, mandou a blitz.
he had him. He was
Russell
open.
Wilson dá uma espanada.
Incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A nice return
Grande
attack
Kenison,
is 12
boa noite.
yards back.
Bom dia,
So
acho, né?
now the
Bom
Dolphins
dia.
set to take over on offense. They've
Que horas
won two
começou,
straight, and they
cara?
need this one as well as they come
Eu
up
acho
on
que já
first
tô
and
aqui, deixa
10.
eu ver. 1h e 2 minutos de live já.
Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now following the completion,
Esse
we're
jogo
gonna
tem
get a
bastante
stoppage here for
injury.
an injury. We'll
Tenho
get an
notado
update
isso.
when we
Todo
come
jogo
back
tem uns
to
3, 4,
Miami.
cara.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Dolphins at 2-0.
Madrugadão do melão, é isso aí, cara.
They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back
Estamos
victories,
aqui
CD.
I
a
thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their
1h e
discipline, their
pouquinho.
resilience, all on display in that victory.
Desvairamento no futebol americano.
Off a play action, Tagovailoa. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he will be out of bounds
Terceiro e
here.
2 ainda.
To be the final play of this first quarter.
Eu vou chamar o monstro aqui pra tentar ganhar essas 2 velhinhas aí.
Second quarter from Miami, it's the Dolphins
Halfback
with the
dive.
football. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the
Vamos
first
ver se ele
here.
vai conseguir.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. It'll be called
Putz,
a gain of 2, and
faltaram
now leaving with some
polegadas.
options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here
arriscar,
and
mas
maybe
acho que eu
want
vou
to go pick
chutar.
it up.
So on 4th down,
A
here's
gente cai
Jake
aqui.
Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We're pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Vamos ver se o Russell Wilson vai espanar. Eu chamei um blitz grandioso aqui.
Going not only in the points category but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. It'll go as a gain of 4.
O Russell Wilson,
And now it's
pelo que eu
3rd and
notei,
3.
ele não é igual alguns aqui que você faz um hurryzinho em cima dele, né? Bota uma pressão e o cara já isola a bola. Ele tenta o passe, né? Esse aí parece que tem esse diferencial. Que na hora do aperto ele não espana tanto. Não tem tanto medo, né?
Watch out for Hill on the return. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll get an update.
Ó, mais um machucado, tá vendo? É bastante machucado nesse jogo, cara. Toda hora.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But
O
still,
pass nem sempre funciona, é perigoso demais. Só que você sabe que eles vão te
picking up at least a
bloquear
few to
alguma
set up what you're
corrida.
going to do here on 2nd
Não
down.
é.
On play action.
Agora me pegaram. Nossa, minha linha ofensiva agora abriu um buraco, né? Vieram 3, cara.
team's first sack
Pelo
of the
que eu vi
game.
ali foram
Okay,
3,
I'm not
meu.
sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there.
Bom,
Nowhere to
posso
go
tentar o Tyreek
outside.
Hill
He had to
aqui,
keep
mandar uma
backing up
proteção
and
aqui pro lado
backing up
direito.
and backing up.
Faço uma
Eventually
corridinha
dropped
aqui
for
pra
a huge
direita e
loss.
mandar ali pro...
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep
Não.
for Hill.
Nossa, o cara da defesa foi bem, hein?
Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up
Talvez eu
4th
tenha
down.
demorado um pouco.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
For the Dolphins.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're
Siga-nos.
looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion?
Trying to lay one up deep.
Tomei,
It's caught inside the
tomei uma invertida agora fenomenal, hein?
Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 63 yards.
Russell Wilson
And the
colocou
Broncos are able to strike quickly
lá
here as they are in for 6.
atrás da defesa.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Tua. He'll be brought down
Esperando
by the
demais,
Broncos. It's a sack.
demais.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the handoff, now Tua.
Linda.
And going deep for Hill.
Hahaha.
It's caught inside
Linda
the 20.
bola.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Agora foi minha vez de jogar por trás da defesa, hein?
And we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
Interceptaram.
And it's intercepted at the goal.
Ai, cara, sabia que eu tava forçando demais, né?
Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard
Bom,
line.
aqui vamos pressionar com a blitz para ver se consegue um safety.
They start the drive on the ground.
Filhos da mãe.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
On second down, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Agora ele isolou também.
18 seconds now to go.
And that's an knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard
Quero pelo menos um field goal, né? Pra empatar o jogo.
and that's a smart move to throw it away.
Eu quero ter que não deu quarta. Essas 3 jardinhas não. Só se foi falta agora. A falta da falta ofensiva ainda.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half.
Esse jogo aqui tá mais equilibrado, cara. Os outros eu tava na frente com mais folga, agora não. Agora não tá tão fácil não.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Cook running right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Caramba, mas que fez isso com essa defesa, bicho?
And he gets it down to the 32. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They go play action now. Wilson.
É, Russell Wilson, cara. Quem disse que ele está mal?
23 yards, the final tally. They'll run with Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
One of the tight ends comes in motion.
Que malabarismo que esse cara fez pra fazer touchdown, vocês viram? Vamos ver se tem um replay. E o pulo do cara, mano. Bonito. É, desafio agora, pode crer. Até agora tava bonitinho, 2 vitórias, bonitinho, guardinho no bolso. Agora, meu amigo, sou obrigado a fazer um touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first
Veja que esse Gaskin aí, ele não é um corredor igual o Monster, não. Mas conseguiu aqui o first down aqui fez. Eles estão marcando o Tyreek Hill pra caramba. Vou tentar no Smith ali, ó. Pô, olha o pulo que o cara deu, mano.
That they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Interceptado. Estou forçando, né? Na verdade é essa. Comecei a forçar aqui. Fazendo belas cagadas.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Tentar recuperar essa bola, cara. Terceiro período ainda, né?
Second and 9 now from the 21. A 10th carry in the game.
Essa defesa tá uma mãe dos Dolphins, hein?
This one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty.
Tô mandando blitz. Parece que a blitz é melhor contra o Russell, cara, olha só. Não, agora não, né? Agora vamos evitar o passe, né? Puta que pariu, cara. Será que eu vou ter que mandar blitz toda vez?
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Miami. It's Bronco football, and they
Será que vamos ter que sobreviver de blitz aqui?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball.
Esses covers aí não estão adiantando nada contra o Russell.
Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
É, a blitz pelo menos dá uma espancada, cara, porque a linha ofensiva do Denver deixa a desejar, né?
short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they
Agora é o drive que a gente vai ter que mostrar serviço, cara. Esse aqui, aqueles 3 timeouts.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no
Não dá pro
surprise
Tyreek
they
Hill,
decided to start with
talvez.
the running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as
Tyreek
much
Hill no
out as they
botão
did.
D.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for second down.
Aí, completed. Beleza.
Catch on the sideline. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So that changes things a bit.
Só
Here's
que
a
o field
first
goal
and
não
10 all
adianta
the
pra
way down
gente,
at the
né?
35. Running the counter with Mostert.
As jogadas de corrida não estão adiantando muito.
Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running
Putz,
game.
não vi sprint aí, cara. Quase que não interceptou.
It's knocked away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Tua gonna throw.
Ah, não dropa, Tyreek Hill. Não dropa, cara.
Misconnection there. He's
Não é hora
had
de
50%
dropar,
of his
cara.
passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their
Que hora de
timeouts.
dropar passe,
That'll leave them
cara.
with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua.
Ah,
And it's going to be
perdemos, hein? Perdemos essa aqui, cara.
And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And strong running there as he's across midfield.
Ia ser bom, mas o time tá jogando muito, cara. E eu não sei, esses coach suggestions aqui não tão legal pra esse time aqui, cara. Eu preciso de mais blitz, eu acho. Porque as blitz estão inibindo um pouco mais. Tá vendo, ó? Quando eu mando blitz, parece que dá um hurry, fica meio no desespero. E as sugestões do coach aqui estão muito de cover, zona, tá ligado? Não tá adiantando contra o Denver, cara. Nossa, eu tô escolhendo blitz, cara. Mais uma blitz, vamos ver se vai dar certo aqui. Falou, Filipão, um abração, mano. Olha que beleza, tá vendo? Eu só vou mandar blitz, eu diria que eu curti tudo de comer. Vai lá, bom jogo, mano.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Hill on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Tua and the Dolphins down 14-10, 2:09 to play. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10.
Esse aqui botou errado, cara. Você não burra quanto isso.
incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Nossa senhora, o que eu tô fazendo aqui, velho? Eu não, né? O Tua. É, fica difícil desse jeito, né, cara? Que merda de proteção é essa, mano?
Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Aqui, deixa eu ver se dá pra acelerar. Não dá, né? Essa é a nossa primeira derrota aqui na temporada. Aqui, ó, super sim, deixa eu simular. Super fast. Até o final do jogo. 17-10. Perdemos pro Broncos. Vamos jogar mais uma? Hoje não fomos felizes aqui com o Tua Tagovailoa. O time não jogou bem contra o Broncos, cara. E eu devia ter mandado mais blitz. Eu bobeei. Descobri isso muito no final. Ixi, agora é contra o Josh Allen.
It's week 4 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes, still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is
and he can't get rid of it.
Será que a defesa do Miami resolveu acordar?
Jalen Phillips from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Não.
That is caught. And they nearly get this all
Não resolveu, não.
down at the 49. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they
Terceiro
allow them to
18,
convert
os
a
caras
3rd and
permitiram
18.
esse passe.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They're going right back to Hamlin.
É, meus amigos, Josh Allen. Belo passe, hein? No scramble. Cara jogando em casa.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Allen. That's swung out wide to Harris. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Allen throwing on
Tá
2nd.
fácil. Tá fácil jogar contra essa defesa aí, amigo.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now a throw on
Cara, não tô
first down
conseguindo
there,
mais
but it's
encaixar os
incomplete.
passos,
Yes, sir.
cara.
How about an attaboy there on first
As
down? Got
defesas
his
que eu tô
hand in and knocked it
enfrentando aí estão me
away.
pegando de jeito.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on
Viajando.
tape.
Eu tô errando.
This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of
Não era
42
jogada
yards.
pra
And
fazer
the
isso
Bills will
aqui.
take over the football
Não
with
era hora
a
disso.
1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. And Diggs has it. Into space at the 45. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now Allen finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The kickback pass is good.
Vai ser muito difícil ganhar esse time aí.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, she did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little.
Toward the sideline.
Melhor parar por aqui, porque eu já tô cansadão, tô fazendo muita
And they
besteira.
have the football and will set up
A bola jamais devia ter passado ali,
First and 10
cara.
now from the 33.
Viajando aqui, velho.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That one too wide and incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something, create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Allen now looks to throw.
Cara, a defesa ficou esperando o Josh Allen chegar, velho. Marmelada, mano.
10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Harris running straight ahead, and he stopped immediately there. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing now is Allen. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 16-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
A defesa do Buffalo não deixa de lançar uma bola, velho. Diferente das outras defesas, hein?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
E quando eu consigo, o cara dropa, mano.
The passing game not in sync
Foda,
here
hein?
early. And now it's 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here are the Bills to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen. This one is down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call out a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
E o que tá acontecendo, velho? O Tua não tá acertando uma bola, velho.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some
throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Tá foda, mano. O cara não acerta uma bola, bicho.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. They got his man complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end Smith. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Durham Smythe, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with
Belo técnico, parece que soltou a bola.
miles away and smiling and happy. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Dolphins going to
Pedir
burn the
tempinho
first of
pra
their
ver se vai dar pra
timeouts.
fazer mais drive.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Grande Tennyson, tá por
Here's
aí,
the punter,
mano.
Martin now to kick it away. Now Hill to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11
Nosso
yards.
BW, é?
First and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Cara, essa defesa do Buffalo é boa, hein?
That you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Bela recepção, garoto.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Pena que não teve a proteção que eu precisava.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Touchdown.
Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 14-10.
Bills 10. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Vi uma entrevista pro Brasil Telecast, ele tinha isso. Tá passando agora isso aí?
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's upended at the 33.
Terminou. Você sempre assiste, né, na Band, né?
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Allen's throw there complete to Hamler. Now the Bills will use the
Proibido
second
para
of their
menores agora.
timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Allen on first and 10.
Cara, incrível como essa defesa tá um queijo suíço lá atrás, mano. Qualquer coisa o pessoal aceita ali, velho. Já vamos fazer o field goal ali, né?
Their final timeout, and with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Tyler pass for the Bills field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Na trave entrou aí o Bass.
Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it a little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it.
Eu tenho que fazer um Hail Mary ainda. Será que dá certo isso?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Interception, olha a cagada, olha a cagada.
Starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 37. A final shot before half for Allen. To the sideline and incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going. So they truly have a control in this ball game.
Estão marcando bem pra caramba, cara. É super difícil achar uma jogada que seja uma debilidade deles aqui. Não dropa, mano. Eu acho que dropa, velho.
He's on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Caralho, viu, mano?
He'll get this one complete to Davis.
Pô, essa defesa tá uma mãe, cara.
13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
First down by Davis, who a lot of people labeled a potential breakout guy before
Essa
last season.
zoada é um golfinho. O que que é zoada?
One of the league's best deep threats.
Throwing on first down.
Aê.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
O que é zoada? Nós estamos na casa do Buffalo.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like
Buffalo
this. He
Bill.
tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6. On play action, here's Tua.
A interceptação não, velho. Meu, como tá mal esse Tua, mano. Ele não consegue encaixar nada, bicho.
And his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
É um trem. Um trem passando. Pô, cara. Que saco, mano. Ah, a defesa olhando, cara. Isso que eu não entendo, bicho. Tá vendo que o quarterback tá correndo, a defesa fica olhando, velho. Segunda vez que acontece isso. Ele fica plantado esperando o quarterback chegar. Acontece isso nesse jogo, mano. Bizarro.
On second down, here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive.
Facilidade com que o Buffalo Bills está avançando no meu território, cara.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Allen looks to throw on second down.
Olha, a facilidade que os caras avançam é impressionante.
Off to Harris, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point
É tudo
ball game.
touchdown, né?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A gente tem que fazer um drive bom sem desespero, cara. Isso que é a parte difícil. Eu não tô conseguindo avançar quase nada por jogadas terrestres.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first and 10, it's
Ainda eu tô avançando pouco na jogada terrestre. O time deles marca muito bem. Tá difícil, cara.
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. He lets this one fly toward the back of the
E a marcação também ali atrás tá complicadíssima pra mim. Me virar aqui, velho. Olha que cagada do Tua, velho. Ah, não, mano. Ah, não, mano. Peço não. Agora acho que a vaca deitou também. É gozado que tá. Tá igual ao jogo real, né? O Miami quando pega jogo é time grande e joga que nem uma menina. Não consegue enfrentar de igual para igual. Tá bem realista nessa parte.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face.
Teremos último drive ainda.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this returnable for Hill. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 5. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Here's Tua. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worth it.
Céu.
1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over to this upcoming second down play. Throwing Tua. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Tua.
Defesa aí tá foda, cara. Minha defesa não consegue me proteger. Até que enfim consegui um passe decente pro Tyreek Hill.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one
Agora, se eles fizerem um field goal, tá empatado, né?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here,
Eles têm 57 segundos para tentar pelo menos o field goal.
it's the Bills' turn, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and two-point conversion. 57 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here, as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Allen. Pass complete to Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Now Allen.
Puta vida, cara. Como que os caras conseguem um negócio desse, mano? Que defesa fez isso da bexiga, mano.
40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Allen.
Interception, não acredito. Interception! Que hora boa, cara. Holland é o nome dele. Holland, que interception mágico, cara. Caramba, mano. Tá bom, aqui ele gastou o último tempo, só ajoelhar aqui. E fim de jogo. Bom, pessoal, espero que vocês tenham gostado da brincadeira aqui. Foram acho que 2 vitórias e 1 derrota justamente pro Denver Broncos. Ganhamos agora do Buffalo e do New England Patriots. Então, bom domingão, 2h20 da matina, 2h22 na verdade, aqui no meu. Obrigado pela companhia e a gente se vê na próxima. Deixa só eu finalizar aqui para salvar, né? Tua Tagovailoa não fez uma partida exemplar, mas deu pro gasto, né? Destaque ali para defesa no finalzinho, cara. O Josh Allen deu uma forçada na jogada, tentou um passe faltando alguns segundos para acabar o jogo, né? Ele quis ficar numa posição boa pro chute. No fim, enfiou o pé pelas mãos, como se diz, né? Então é isso, ó. Vitória contra o Buffalo. Próximo a gente vai enfrentar o Giants. Então é isso. Valeu, pessoal. Vou desligar aqui. Boa noite e um abraço. Tchau, tchau.